welcome to the first of many Dalekvlogs. Today we are going to be visiting Whitby today, to be visiting the Dracula exhibition and other Dracula related things. Now, you may know my history with Dracula, well, the Daleks' history with Dracula, of course, and me Frankenstein's House of Horrors. So, without further ado, let us go. Emergency temporal shift. Well, would you look at that? Whitby Beach. Interesting. Behold, viewers, this is the sea. After that, I went to a place where Dracula was inspired by and from. By Bram Stoker, of course. So this is where Vlad the Impaler, aka Dracula, was located and was inspired by Bram Stoker. Apparently, from what I've been told, this abbey looks very immaculate when it is all lit up at night, apparently. So apparently it says here that Bram Stoker visited his family in 1890 in August in Whitby. While in the location of the local library, he found a book that mentioned the history of Vlad Tepes, also known as Count Dracula. Stoker was already working on a novel about a vampire. He took inspiration from the landmarks as well as the figure of the vampire and included them in his work. And it says here, from the headband you can see them all at once, where the first read about the historical figure of Count Dracula is founded upon. It very much says here, Count Dracula arrives in Whitby on a stricken ship called the Dementor, which runs into a sandbank during a terrible storm. To observers, Dementor appears to hold only the body of its captain and several boxes of earth and a huge dog which runs into town and is never heard from again or seen again. In 1885, 5 years before Stoker arrived in Whitby, called the Dimitri from Narva, Estonia, was wrecked on Tate Hill, stands the story of inspired Stoker's inventions of the Dementor and the Varna. I can very much see why he based it off of this place. It's awesome. So after we went to see the Dracula castle thing, we then went to see the filming location of one of the scenes from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. We went to see one of the train stations used in that film. Let us show you now. Also, apologies if I accidentally called it the Philosopher's Stone. I know some Americans think it's a Sorcerer's Stone, but it is originally the Philosopher's Stone. So this is where they filmed this scene. All aboard. Yes, and then immediately after that I went to visit the village in Whitby. And one thing I didn't realise that was going on while in the village was I didn't expect to be invaded by goths, apparently, for some reason. When I say goths, I mean like steampunk, edgy, Halloween type of people. And apparently Whitby is well known for their gothic styles, And I think I kinda know why, yes, the whole Dracula thing, of course, yes, indeed. So, yes, I didn't expect that, to appear, but I think it's kind of a a wild tradition that apparently a lot of Whitby does, which I've no idea why, yes. Apparently it's called Goth Week, apparently, for some reason. It's some they do, I guess, and they must have kind of really appreciated my casing. I had to basically disguise myself in a Dalek-like steampunk casing, basically to disguise myself to make sure that the humans don't recognize me. Anyway, it's time to end for now. If you enjoyed this, tomorrow, Dalekvlog episode 2 will begin in Northumberland. Anyway, see you all in the next city event. Goodbye. Thanks all for the